So this video is going to be all about the bird's life that I saved today, and it's a little different from what I'm normally posting. So we're taking a break today from the I Hate Shopping and the EdgePlay Circus videos that I'm normally making content for, um, because I'm just like everybody else. I have a regular job that I go to every single day before I'm able to do any of the content that I'm doing outside of that. What you guys see here on YouTube is not my everyday life. So when I was at my 9 to 5 job, I'm the shipping manager there, and on a regular basis, just like any other warehouse, you occasionally get wild animals inside. Birds are no strangers to coming in through the shipping bay doors, and I have had problems before where a bird would make its way over to our storage warehouse and never be able to get out. I have come across several dead birds over there, and I've had to dispose of them. And some of them have been over there for quite a long time because there was nothing left but bone and a couple of feathers. But in this case, I happened to see this bird flying around in the shipping department while I was working, and I thought, it would eventually find its way out when one of the bay doors opened back up, but I never saw it again for the rest of the day after I saw it over my desk. And I happened to be walking through my storage warehouse at the end of the day, right when I was getting ready to clock out. And I thought to myself, man, if I could catch that bird and get it outside, I could feel better about this bird being able to live and not being stuck in here, because it was just a small bird. I didn't know what kind it was. But I went and clocked out, and I went back into the shipping department and grabbed my phone, and I chased that bird around. I tried, to get it on camera and make sure if I actually did catch it, it would be cool to film it and experience that. But in this situation, I chased that bird around over there for an hour with no luck. And that thing was super fast, and I had to come up with a way to outsmart it. Turns out this bird is a Carolina wren, and these birds are pretty intelligent. They know when something is after them, and what I read about them reflected exactly how it was behaving while I was chasing it around in the storage area that I was in. Every time I would go into a room where there was a lot of light and windows and it thought it was going to be able to get out because it was flying toward a window, it would exit the room knowing that I would follow it. And it would take itself into a darker area of the storage area in the warehouse where there were no windows. So I would follow it in there, and as soon as I would get in there, I couldn't see it anymore. I was unable to find it. And I would have to disappear for a while before it would make itself known, or, make its presence appear to me again, and then go into another room and try to fly around. So I had to work around it. I couldn't just turn all the lights on because then it wouldn't have anywhere to go. So what I did was, in one of the darker areas of the warehouse, there's a vault. And in the vault, we just keep doorways, or, doors that were on all these old office areas that we use for storage now in the warehouse. They're stored inside this vault. Where this vault was conveniently located inside of this dark area, I was able to turn the light on, so when the bird flew into the dark area, it was drawn to the light of the vault. When it flew into the vault, I walked in behind it and I shut the vault door, pretty much locking me and the bird in there with it. And I had it cornered, I had it pinned. And it was still a pain and an experience to try to catch a bird in a pinned environment because it is super quick. It goes, it dives super quick. It flies around your head. It was dodging every attempt I had. The only way I was able to actually catch it is, you can see in the video where I'm holding this angled cardboard piece. I was able to, when it got near the ground, I was able to toss it, and it landed directly over top of the bird where that triangle shaped top piece is. It did not harm the bird whatsoever. It just landed perfectly on top of it, and it was unable to escape. So I pushed the cardboard up against the wall so that the only opening was the opening where I was standing. I was able to push my hand up underneath of it and grab it. I was surprised that the bird did not bite. Normally a wild animal, wild birds, when they are cornered or they feel like their life is in danger, they are going to fight for their lives. They will peck, they will bite, pinch your skin. I mean, they will try anything. I've had an experience in the past with a wild bird that did fight me, and I was expecting every bit of that. But this bird, when I finally managed to catch it, it froze. It was in limp mode, like it was paralyzed from fear. When I got it outside, it loosened up quite a bit. It loosened up to the point where it flew around. Well, it didn't fly around. It walked around my feet, and it realized it wasn't in danger anymore. And it was just an extremely interesting experience because the bird went from fearing for its life and trying to escape to realizing that a human was trying to help it. And you can see from the video that it didn't want to leave, and it hopped around on my boot and took a long look at me in the grass before it took off. And that's a once in a lifetime experience. I will probably never ever have that happen to me again. And I'm super excited and glad that I got to catch it on camera for you guys and give you guys a break from the I Hate Shopping and EdgePlay Circus content for a change. Now I'll be going back to that, but this was worth showing you guys. I got it. I got the bird. It's about time. He's gonna live. He will survive. I've been chasing this bird around off the clock, mind you, at work for almost an hour, trying to make sure it got outside. Here's a closer way outside. It's absolutely traumatized. It does not want to let go. Go on, buddy. Go on. Go on, I know you want to. You don't have to be traumatized. Go on. Go. You're free. You're free. Go. 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 Doesn't want to let go. Do I have a new friend? I bet you he'll go now. This is an extremely interesting experience. I caught me a wild bird inside of my work, but this bird does not want to leave me. This is extremely interesting. Subscribe to this channel if you found that exciting or as interesting as I did.